I want to ask you something. When was the last time you did something that genuinely scared you? Not uncomfortable, genuinely fearful. Sit with that for a minute. My name is Paul O'Neid and I've been a coach for over 18 years. I'm the founder and head coach at Master Athletic Performance, and I'm the founder and lead educator of Coaches Corner University. I grew up in an environment where if I wasn't achieving anything, I wouldn't get any attention, and that my problems were always my problems and never big enough. They were always my own to solve. For a long time, I thought the solution to all of my problems was to outwork them. More time, more clients, more hustle, more suffering. I came up as a strength coach in the NCAA, working at 3 different universities and gathering a couple master's degrees along the way. And in 2014, I became first head strength coach at the largest university in Canada. From the outside, it looked like a lot of success. On the inside, I didn't know who I was behind this armor of achievement. And that's the thing about armor. Eventually, you can't really tell where it stops and you begin. I even got a tattoo of armor on my forearm to signify that imagery because it's so powerful to me. The shift came slowly. There were a lot of missteps and failures along the way, each one of them feeling like rock bottom. Those were honest moments that made me feel very inadequate. But in each one of those moments, I got a little closer to asking the right questions, the questions that I had been avoiding. Who am I and who am I becoming? Those questions changed everything. I believe that suffering is the greatest gift we can give ourselves, but only when that suffering has direction and meaning. I had neither, except that it made me feel worthy. Raising the bar has become the goal in every sense. But what does it mean? It's not a slogan, it's not a tagline, it's my life's mission. But it's not what you might think. Raising the bar isn't about grinding harder or doing whatever it takes. It's about the pursuit of constant progression, being genuinely grateful for where you are and curious about who you're becoming. It's about doing hard things and learning the lessons along the way. I try to raise the bar as a man, a husband, a mentor, a coach, an athlete, and not because I've figured it out, but because I refuse to stop figuring it out. Training, nutrition, mentorship, education, those aren't the point, they're the path. The vehicle I've chosen for a deeper level of personal development. This channel is for coaches who got into this industry because they want to help people and still do. But somewhere along the way, the business got complicated, boundaries got blurry, time kept creeping up, and the results of your effort just didn't match what you were putting in. You're not looking for shortcuts, you're looking for clarity. You want to build a business that lets you do what you want, when you want, where you want, with who you want, but you don't want to sacrifice your values along the way. It's not a fantasy because I'm living it, but I can tell you that success looks nothing like the highlight reel. Here's what I want to be honest with you about. Raising the bar is full of tension. It's going to ask you to sit in discomfort a lot longer than it feels reasonable to. And it's going to ask you to stay curious about the hard things, even when you want to run from them. We don't treat barriers like roadblocks here. They're information. They're where the real discoveries and growth happen. It isn't about doing the work at any cost. It's about doing the right work for the right reasons and questioning all of your assumptions along the way. The coaches who transform their business don't find answers. They learn to ask better questions, and that's who this is for. I've spent 20 years refining this, not perfecting, refining. Every coach I've worked with has taught me something, and my hard conversations in the mirror have only added to it. You can build a life that actually reflects who you are, and you don't have to compromise on your values to get there. But you do have to be willing to raise the bar, not as a performance, as a practice, because it's who you are. And that's what we're building here. Follow along, elevate your standards, and let's see who you become.